towards our dream honeymoon to Hawaii.
To use my science while being an entrepreneur.
Start your journey towards success.
To get recognition and rewards just for doing my job.
Build your family legacy with us.
To make my children's needs a priority.
To work while keeping your family in priority.
Start securing your future.
To work with people who see and dream big.
To be part of an amazing community of directors that works together.
To enlighten, educate, and empower women and their families.
Why not you? Join us at Tupperware Les Diamants, helping every customer save money while providing you with unlimited income. Hi, Melanie.
Hi.
Let's check our sound together. Welcome, Melanie.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to double check our sound. We never know what happens, you know. Once Melanie, I did an inner circle. It was 5 minutes into the inner circle, and then boom, my guest disappeared. Welcome to technology. But fortunately, I always have Marie-Pierre on my side. I call her my little astronaut that always figures out how to fix things. So welcome everyone to my inner circle. Last night in French, we had the pleasure to meet Nancy, mother of 10 children. Melanie, you followed last night. Oh my God. I was so emotional. It was like a blessing before my eyes that I saw like the perfect family. And tonight we're going to meet your family. So people are asking me, Melanie, why Melanie in your inner circle, Maria? Well, first of all, full-time teacher. And she just took an incredible decision to take a sabbatical year and try Tupperware full-time and part-time. This is what she has accomplished in less than 7 months, over $443,000 of Tupperware sold. Yes, you heard right. Close to $500,000. It sounds better, eh, Melanie? Close to $500,000 and a part-time income of $28,000. If you round it off, 30,000 divided by 7, that's over 5,000. That's Maria's mathematics, over $5,000 a month. And I always love to ask my audience, like seriously, guys, part-time income of $5,000, how would that change your trajectory? And we're going to find out, Melanie, how that money has changed your trajectory. I got a little bit of an inside scoop today, but I want you guys to hear it. Beautiful family, mom of 4 children. Here are her beautiful 4 kids. Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. So Melanie, describe your children, starting with your boy with the black t-shirt all the way to your youngest girl. Who are they? Who are they? Their names, how old they are, and name me 1 or 2 qualities of your children.
Okay, so first of all, the one in the black t-shirt is called Aiden. Aiden is 14. He is not my oldest. He's my second child. Like in high school, going into secondaire 3 this year. A very hard worker. He's been working on a farm all summer, over 40 hours a week. Super great kid. He's got his little driver's license for his scooter this summer, so he's being independent, but like going to work all the time, like an amazing kid. Then there's Loie. So my boys are actually not a year apart. So in November, they're twins. I'm not sure what the term is, but they're the same age in November every year. Got them real close. So Loie is the clown of the family, but like he's got amazing grades. He gets like 95 and above in everything. But his personality is really funny. Like he's the clown here at home and he's really serious in his studies. Then there's Ella. Ella turned 17 yesterday. Wow. She started college. She is in business at Champlain. Okay, so I'm gonna flash it once. If she's listening, she'd be like, "Mom, not again." She got the Governor's General's medal in Sec 5 this year. So what an honor! I mean, I never thought that I'd have one of my kids who would get the Governor General's medal, but Ella did. So I guess now the others are fine. We did it. We got one in the family. But no, amazing. She is driven. She wants to be in business. One of her courses in business this year is called Mindset. I am in love with what she's studying in. Can you imagine? It's called Mindset. Love it. And then there's Bria. So Bria is 10. She is the youngest of 4. So you can imagine that girl's got drive. I mean, there's nothing that gets in her way. She just did a live. She was making her lunch and she just took my phone before, and she was live for 20 minutes making her lunch and talking to people. Yeah, she's got spunk. You need to keep her busy. So she's in a lot of sports and arts, and like really you need to keep that one busy if you don't want to be in trouble. But these are my 4 children, really, really cool kids.
Oh, Melanie. Oh, by the way, it's called Irish twins. Okay. Caitlin is watching you. She goes,
okay.
That's what we call Irish twins. Unbelievable. And just for that, you know, I follow Bria. Like this, your youngest is absolutely amazing. And the Governor General's Award. Okay. That is so, so impressive. I know what that is. Can you just explain to the audience? Because you're one proud mother. Let me tell you. Share with everyone, what is the Governor's General Award?
Well, okay, so I'll let you know. Like, so first of all, when the envelope got here, I thought that it was a Tupperware envelope, and it was for me. There's a bit of a delay when I talk, eh?
It's okay. We'll follow.
Okay. So I got the envelope, and I thought it was for me, so I opened it. It was not for me. So then I was like, oh my gosh. And then, so it's for an overall achievement. Like, so they look at grades, so the best grades, but the personality, the spunk, you know, like she's involved in the community. She teaches skating. She's been teaching for a long time. She volunteers. She's been class president for 5 years in high school. So it's, I mean, overall personality, but like grades, achievements, everything. This is how they pick these kids. The Governor General sent a video here that we could watch, because of course we couldn't go to the Parliament this year. So we watched it. We cried. I just can't believe what an amazing young woman she is.
It's you know, I think that, okay, there's natural character of children, but it also helps the environment in which they grow in, right? And the last picture before we go on, I was going to start asking you questions, but before we go on, your sexy, handsome husband. Like,
right?
He's a rock star. So talk to us about him, because I know he's not your first, he's not the father of all 4 children, right? He's the father of the last 3 children.
Not one.
Last 2?
Not one.
Of 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's begin with that, because what I love about the inner circle is that our friends get to know who you really are. Okay. So before you talk to us about your personal life, this is what I love about my inner circle, is that, like, you get the whole deal. Okay. I know you have a lot of your Anglophone friends watching. Of course, Caitlin is right there with us. She goes, I love that she retired from teaching. Yes, she retired from teaching, and she is now, you know, she is now taking a year sabbatical. And yes, she's kicking butt, Caitlin. She's kicking butt, I'm telling you. But before we go on, I have got this invisible competition in my mind, Melanie, and we want to bring our dear Marie-Pierre Tétrault on scene. I call her my astronaut in my podcast every morning, because there's a lot of times if I did not have her, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. So I love you. I love you, love you, love you, Marie-Pierre. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us out. Thank you for guiding us. And tonight, how do we win the competition? What competition? It's only in my head, guys. It's only in my head.
We love the competition every week. So we want to have a new record of share and comments for the live. So the record to beat for share is 161. It's Melissa Leclerc, who got the record for now. And the comments, it's 374. It's Sherry Novak that got the record for now. So we want to beat this record tonight because, yes, we do a draw with everyone that shared the live. We do a draw in everyone that comment during the live, but we want to beat the record to do 2 draw in each category. So make sure to share on your personal page, on your pro page, in your VIP group, in all your parties that you have now, but the one in the past too, because we don't know who needs to hear the story of Melanie tonight. So make sure to share everywhere. In the comments, of course, if you don't know what to write, we have some idea for you so you can be in the draw. So you can start with how long have you known Tupperware? If you don't know Tupperware, you can write it too. It's okay. And if you already have Tupperware at your house, what is your favorite product and why? And we want to know, where are you watching from? So the city you are in now. So where are you watching from? And
can I tell you, can I tell you, Anna, where she's watching from? The patio. The patio. She always makes me laugh.
And the last question, if you already know Melanie, we want to know, according to you, what is her best quality to be so successful as an entrepreneur? So go right in the comments. So we will have some comments to read at the end. And I know that Melanie will take the time to answer to everyone after the live. So make sure to go in the comments and write it so we can read some comments later.
Thank you. Just a few, Marie-Pierre. I always love to show off a few because I enjoy when you guys comment, because it's going to give Melanie an opportunity to get back to you. So Melanie, you are the best. Just simple words like this touch our hearts. Here you go. This one, Caitlin. Okay, I love that she's retired. I just wanted to show it to you right this week. It's kicking my butt. So Caitlin, my love, let's go. I just love. You have here Monique Stratton. She's here. Hey, Monique, I heard you're coming tomorrow to Anjou. Write in the comments. I'm curious if that's true. I'm so excited. Anyways, I'm like, when I get visit here at the studio, Melanie, I'm so excited, right? So Melanie, looking forward to knowing your story. We'll start off with that. I think, Marie-Pierre, one of the fun parts of our inner circle that we put together, me and Marie-Pierre, is really getting to know our people. So tonight is all about your real story. Okay, because we see your incredible performance, Melanie, but we all come with a background. And I believe a lot of us young, let's go between age 10 and 20, that time, there was always something about entrepreneurs that was a little bit different from the rest of our friends. And every time I ask that question in my inner circle, some fun facts come out. And I'm hoping that a lot of our audience that's listening, if they find themselves in your story, then I think they should join a multi-level marketing business with you in Tupperware and just try this new adventure. Have you ever dreamt of being a Tupperware sales lady before joining Tupperware?
To be honest with you, no. Because I thought that I wasn't good at selling. We have a construction company. So I'm a teacher, but I also have my RBQ license because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. But I didn't like to deal with the clients in the way that when you build someone's house, it's a house, a home is someone's whole life, right? Like they have their dream house in their head, and so when you build it, everything has to be perfect, like their dream. And I felt that was a lot of responsibility and pressure. And so I didn't want to, it was hard for me to do that. And I thought for some reason that I wouldn't be good at selling because of that. Like I like people would not be satisfied. And so I was, because we own a farm, right? And I'd be showing my plants and I'd be talking about my animals and all these things. And people sometimes would say, oh, you should, like, I don't know, sell baskets of fruit and vegetables. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm not good at selling. And people were like, what do you mean? You talk about a plant and I want to buy 10 of them. Like, what do you mean you're not good at selling? And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I think I don't want to. I don't think I'd be good. And they were like, you're selling me on getting a bigger garden. You're selling me on wanting to get chickens. You're selling. And so before were telling me I was good, and I don't know. And then when I started with Tupperware, I felt that the company, like, it's such a great company. It's been there for so long that, and the products are so amazing that I didn't have that pressure. I didn't have that worry. I mean, everyone loves Tupperware. So it took that away, and then I could just thrive. I could just get into it, be confident. And so it's helping me because we still have the construction company. So now it's helping me also deal with the clients in a different way. Because I know, like, when I get into someone's kitchen, I kind of feel confident now, and I know I get it, like the home, the kitchen, cooking, how important it is to people. So I find that I relate more with the clients in that other job that we have. Like, this is like my 5th job or something, but yeah.
Can you imagine? Okay, get closer up because now we're getting an echo. When you go like this, we're getting an echo.
Oh, okay.
So try to sit close in, unless you have earphones. But doesn't matter. Stay focused with me, okay? So naturally, I believe, Melanie, anybody who loves what they're doing is a natural born seller. No. When we love what we're doing, we are great sellers. So you ended up in Tupperware. But before we go there, I want to talk about your sexy husband. Am I the only one that thinks her husband is sexy? Did you see this? Hang on, Marie-Pierre, can I do it? Yeah. No, but look how gorgeous. Okay, so he's your second spouse, right? Did we lose her? I think we lost her. Oh, I think we lost her. Okay. So Marie-Pierre, I think you're going to get in contact with her. We're going to try to figure out what we're going to do here. Okay. So while we're trying to get her back on, she lives in the country place. Okay. By the way, guys, I'm going to try to sell you something here. You live in the country place. There's this new technology from Elon Musk. Okay. It's a satellite you put on your roof, and it connects you directly to a satellite in the sky somewhere. You see how I understand technology? All I know is it works. So I'm trying to get all my top directors like Melanie. Debbie just got one. She had a hard time with her internet, and it really, really works. Now I got to get one of those satellites on her roof. I love it. I love it. Okay. So in the meantime, now we're going to get her back. She's a full-time teacher, is selling Tupperware. And then magic started happening. She became #1 as a brand new director. Her team maintained the top position for months and months, and was always part of the 20% of our Les Diamants organization that generated 80% of the results. Now you have to imagine she's a full-time mom, a full-time teacher, and a full-time farm. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you guys. When you see her farm, it's like huge. And then you ask yourself, how does she put it all together? And she did. Not only did she put it all together, but it's the way she involved her family, Melanie. It's absolutely amazing. And she took the delicate decision in the month of May to take a sabbatical year. And now, as we're speaking right now, she didn't go back to school, so she'll be able to, she's back. I'm giving them your story in the meantime. So she decided to take a sabbatical, and now we're going to see what's going to happen with her being full-time in Tupperware. So Melanie, welcome back. You got to get that satellite dish on your roof from Elon Musk. Everybody that has a hard time with their internet, like Annie Marchand, when she goes to her country place, it doesn't work. She got the satellite disc, and she goes, Maria, it's better than my internet in Montreal. I say, you see? Okay. So Melanie, you got to figure that one out. So we're talking about your sexy husband. I know he's not your first. So we want to know this part of your story, okay? Because I think right here in the story you're about to tell us, you see the incredible strength as a woman that you had way, way back when you're already young. And I would love to know where that personal inner strength comes from. So introduce us your husband. Tell us about your story first.
Okay. So I know there's a delay still, but I hope you guys can hear me right. Can you hear me, Maria?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay. Okay. So his name is Christopher. So I'm going to tell you my story. I actually have 3 kids. My oldest kids, Ella, Aiden, and Loie. I had them with my high school sweetheart, Corey, who's actually my best friend. So Corey and I were together from secondary 2 up until we were 30. We got married, we had the kids, we had the house and everything. But let's just say Corey had troubles, had struggles in life. And so we ended up being really good friends, but not being lovers anymore. And through the years, we kind of did our own things. I'd say I did pretty much everything. I was running around, taking care of the kids, working full time, doing a lot, and he needed to take care of himself and go do work on himself. So we got divorced. And okay, so now Christopher, I knew him from high school. I always thought he was really good looking, but we were friends with him. He lived out west. He moved there when he was 17, when we were 17, and he lived out west and had a construction company over there. So we would see him maybe once or twice a year, and he was always single. And I really thought he looked good, but I was married. I've had this boyfriend who became my husband, Corey. We were together for 16 years, so and my parents are together. My parents never got divorced, so I really thought it was really important for me to stay married. And then when that happened, I was talking to Christopher. I was by myself for a whole year, and we were talking on the phone. And at some point, Corey and Christopher were really good friends also. There was no fight between me and Corey. You would work really hard to pick a fight with me. I do not have time for these things in my life. I don't fight with people. I do my own thing. So it was sad when we got divorced, but my kids were the priority. My kids never had 2 birthdays. They never had 2 Christmases. We travel together. We rent a house in Florida, usually at Christmas together. We go on all of our vacations, everything we do as a family all the time. Corey's always there. Chris is always there. It was really important to me when I got divorced that was Chris. What I told him was, if you're with me, you are a parent. You are a parent to my kids. You're not going to be their father, but you're going to be a parent. Like, we're going to be 3 parents. So he said, fine. He didn't have any kids. And he fell in love with the kids right away. I mean, they were really young. Loie was not a year old. Aiden was not 2 years old. And Ella was 4. And so we got into it, started coaching hockey with Corey, both coaching the kids. Always been super involved. At some point, I remember Corey telling me, Mel, if I had to pick someone to be a stepfather to the kids, I would have picked him. Because he's a really good friend. So there's never been drama. I don't do drama. And so at first I remember, like, when I got married to Christopher, because we got married, it was the same guests. I mean, the same guests at both weddings. They're like close family and friends. Same people were there. People that know us. This is just us. There's people that don't know us a lot that would see us at the arena and would say, I don't get that family. Like, how come they're all sitting together? Everybody's laughing. How come they're coaching together? Like, who's the dad? And my kids are all like, well, they're all our parents. Like, there's never been drama. That was my life. So yeah, a lot of people don't even know that I'm divorced. Like, it's just like Corey was just here 2 minutes ago. We don't even have like an arrangement. He comes, he takes the kids. They're here, they're there. I see my kids every day. He sees the kids almost every day. It's just, I don't do drama. So I got divorced, and I'm actually really good at it.
He's an incredible man. Like I look at Christopher and I said, you know, how many men would accept that? But I don't think it has to do with Christopher. I think it has to do with your decision of not doing drama. And this is what I love about your story. And anybody out there listening to this tonight, you know, the number one key thing, if you want to level up and keep advancing in the life of your dreams, is just remember, don't do drama. Don't do drama with your kids. You know, get over fighting and yelling. It brings nowhere other than unhappiness, and it stops everybody from advancing. It stops everybody from advancing. And your story, like I would see your story on a reality TV show. Like honestly, Melanie, I think it's such an incredible story. So at what point did you and Christopher say, okay, let's have a child together?
It was pretty quick. I think when he moved in with me, he moved in with kids in diapers, right? Like it was like, boom, I'm a dad, I'm doing this. And right away, he told me like a few months into it, you know, if I'm going to be changing diaper, might as well have a kid. Like, let's have another one. And we got pregnant right away. So the kids, I mean, my kids in all, they're from Ella to Bria, they're 6 years. They're really close. And the funniest thing is when the kids go to Corey's house, Bria goes also. She goes. We're just a giant family that lives in 2 houses. And I mean, Chris is the dad to all the kids, and Corey, I mean, we're just a big family, a different family.
Exactly. So you're like a wife with 2 men.
A lot of people joke about that. What I say is when he comes in the driveway, I'm like, oh my God, did I not divorce that guy? Like I'm always stuck with him. And you see in the comments right there, I saw Terry before. Terry is Corey's mother. She, you know, I have 2 mother-in-laws. But the whole family, my mom's writing there, Terry's there. We're a giant different family.
You're just an amazing woman. Just an amazing woman. Terry, I know you can hear us. I don't know what you'd be able to say. I'd love to read in the comments one great quality that you see in Melanie that actually is because I see you as the glue that just brings all these incredible people together, and you're just a great force of nature, I call it. Melanie, so let's go back a little bit more, okay? I want to get to know you between, you know, age 10 and 20 as a leader in school. Like, what was different about you? Because you're just a natural born leader. It's rare I have the opportunity to promote a director that's a natural, I call it. So go back, just let me see you in that young age. What was different? You know, like I see probably a lot of Bria in you, or Bria, you and Bria. Like, what was it like you growing up?
I was not that easy. I talked a lot. I remember my mom would say, because I have a hard head. Like once I want something, in my head, if I decide something, I get it. And I think in my life it kind of worked. It worked in different ways. I mean, my life, I had to bend a lot. Yeah, I think that I'm really strong-headed. I remember in school I would talk a lot. My hand would always be raised. You know, like just like Ella though, like I always wanted to be class president. Yeah, I was in high school. I had a lot of I mean, what do they call them? Where they keep you in school because you were not that, you talk too much or you talk back or detention. Yeah, I got that. I even got those sometimes on the weekend because they were like, what can we do? Oh, let's have her come here on this Saturday. But yeah, I remember my mom told me at some point, I think I was like 30, and she met one of my teachers and she said, oh, Mel's a teacher. And then that lady went, what? Yeah. So I really strong-headed. And I talk a lot. So my father would always say, because I studied communications before I got into teaching, and my dad was like, I really always wanted you to be either on TV or on the radio. This way I could turn the sound down or maybe turn you off. And now with Tupperware, my mom's like, I'm on my iPad, and my dad's like, could you use headphones? Because he's kind of living what he always imagined is happening right now when I'm doing my recipes and all that.
I love it. I love it. I see Lucy, your mom, is listening, and she says, Melanie is my daughter, and she's always wanted to help other people out. So you have this natural thing in you of this strong desire of helping everybody having a better life. Because I've watched your lives even before you became a Tupperware director on your farm. So you have a Facebook group. Just tell us about your Facebook group, which has nothing to do with Tupperware, and that was way before you started Tupperware.
Yeah. So to begin, before we got a farm, we had a house right here close. It was on just a few acres. If you live in the city, you're like, oh, come on. But no, so it was a few acres. We had only one pig and a few chickens and rabbits and a few ducks. And I opened this group, this Facebook group. My idea was that people would grow fruit and vegetables, and we would share. So say you're splitting something in your flower beds and you have too much of it. You offer it on this group, and then someone will be like, oh, well, I've got this. And then people would start sharing. So that's how my group started, as a way to share plants. And you get too much quails. Maybe someone has a few ducks and you want to. So that was my idea at first. And it grew into this big group. And people liked, say I want to get bees. Okay, so I have bees right now. I'm a beekeeper. I will study. I will go to Alma, like online on the college, and I will get all trained, and I like to learn. So I read a lot, I follow courses, I get knowledge, and then I go on that group and I share it with people. And so I think that's what people liked about it. They could learn from me because I'm like, I just like to learn. And so that's how I've been using the farm group. Also, I have this dream of being.
Wait, what's the group called? If somebody wants
to. It's called Ferme la Grenouille Verte.
Huh?
So, yeah, Ferme la Grenouille Verte.
Okay.
So my goal with that was to share with people, and it just got. I think there's like, and it's funny now because as my Tupperware company grows, that group it's parallel. I get new members.
How many people on the group?
About 600 or 700 now.
600 or 700. Congratulations. Absolutely amazing. So again, I'm going to go with your mom that says you naturally like to help people. We see it in your high school. We see it, this beautiful relationship you have between your ex, Corey, and Christopher, sexy Christopher. Like probably Corey is sexy too, but we see Christopher. So sexy Christopher. We see this in your Tupperware business. We see this everywhere. Like everywhere you go, we see this passion in you in wanting to help. And I know it's nonstop. So I want you to share with us quickly a typical day when you were teaching 4 children, the farm, Tupperware, and sexy Christopher. How did you do it? What time did your day start? What time did your day end? Because I want the young audience to understand. By the way, she's not 16, okay? She's 42. She's not 16. She's 42. I met her live. She's like 5'2" and weighs like 50 pounds. And her hand fits in half of mine. Like she's miniature. I don't know how to explain it to you. And her size of pants is 00, okay? And you would think, how can there be so much energy in this tiny, tiny, tiny body? She is absolutely amazing. So share with us a typical day.
Okay, so I like to be up before the rooster. So I'm in a competition with my roosters. So I'd say about 5:30. It's not because of the farm. It's not because I was working a lot. I'm someone that wakes up early. So that's when I get up. In the morning, it's for sure I go see the animals. So I have this routine where all the kids get up early also. So we get up and stuff, and then I go around. I like to walk outside. Even when I was working, I like to just walk outside. It's so peaceful here. You can't hear a noise, even in the daytime. Well, you'll hear tractors or something, but like, like just walk outside a bit, then get into my car and go to work. At school, we started really early. So at my school, at 7:30, the kids are coming in. Like 7:35, they're in the class. So then I got to school and I worked the whole day. I live close to where I thought, but the thing is, I wouldn't come home at lunch unless there was like something special I needed to do at home, because I found at that time, you know, when it's like in between two bells, I got a lot done at school. So like if it was schoolwork or anything I needed to do with anything else, I like that I had like a bell would ring and then a bell would ring, and so I would get really productive at lunchtime. So I would stay at school. At 3, I would come here, and then I was done. Then you have no idea. Like a lot of teachers will come home and bring all these things at home, and like, you know, at 3, Melanie was done. I would come here. I would just run in the house, get my working farm clothes on, and then just go. And that's when I had ideas, and when I came up with stuff for school, or in the last year for Tupperware. Working like that. I remember before I had a farm, that was when I was vacuuming. You know, like you're in your head, you have all these ideas. So being with the animals every day, I completely let go of the stress of school and all that when I was doing that. Then come in, have supper. Because the kids at hockey and skating, there was a lot of like going, but we were well organized. So the kids got to do their activities, even though we had a farm and animals to take care of. I married Christopher, who is very hyperactive, just like I am. We are a very high level energy family, all of us. I couldn't do what I do if I didn't have kids that were raised the way they were. My kids are very, very, very independent. They're very, they're, I mean, Bria just did a live where she was doing her lunch before. Like she said in the live, my mom has never done my lunch, but I never have. Like my kids have always made their own lunch boxes and packed their own lunches since they were in school. Everybody has their chores. Everybody, it's just the way I raised them. So a lot of people sometimes wonder how we get so much done, but having 4 kids who help so much just is awesome. So that was basically, and I incorporated Tupperware into all this pretty easily, because Tupperware fits into a normal life, like cooking, and it's just.
Basically, just for the audience to understand, is Melanie's very good at consolidating tasks. Okay, she has this brain. I watch her. She has this brain that she says, well, if I do this, okay, so example, if I'm going to cook, I have to cook for my family anyways. Might as well talk about the farm, because half of what she's going to be cooking comes from the farm, and might as well throw in their Tupperware, because I'm using Tupperware tools, and she's very good at consolidating. So she's cooking for her family, she's talking about the farm for that group of the farm, and she's talking about Tupperware. She has this capacity to say, well, with the same minute, I can hit 3 targets. And this is what I love about you, Melanie. This is what I love about you. And people are saying, when does she stop? Well, she finds pleasure and self-accomplishment. And we see that with your children. I was about to cry as you were speaking. I got my eyes on your mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law. This is what she wrote, Terry. Okay. She's Corey's mom. Corey's her ex, that you would think is still her husband, because that's how close the whole family is. She says, oh, I can't see it anymore. What happened to the beginning? Oh, here we go. Mel is like a daughter I didn't have. She has been part of my family and always will be. She is the best mother I could ever ask for my grandchildren. She is amazing. And I am proud of her, as if she had given birth to her herself. She and Chris welcomed, I read it before. So she and Chris welcomed her, Terry, in the family as if she always belonged. And by the way, she mentions, I don't know if you guys can see it, Corey is also sexy. Just by the way. She says, just look at the children. And you have to see the comments. Melanie, they're going. You're just such a wonderful, wonderful person. So how, we want to close off with this. How did you get introduced to Tupperware? What was your first reaction? And what made you say yes? So anybody out there that says, I'm too busy, give it up. Give it up. Tonight, you're going to have to find another excuse. So share with us those early beginnings and why you said yes.
Well, my director, Vanessa Enfield, she actually invited me onto her group. First of all, it was to get fridge smarts. I think a lot of people start to just get the 25% off when they buy Tupperware. So that was my first reason. It quickly changed. She's a teacher just like me, right? So I could see myself in her. And then I saw that she, I mean, right when I started, she was getting a truck. And I was like, really? Okay. And then I asked her how she did it. And I was like, well, I can do it too then. And it switched within the first month. She was qualifying for Disney. And I was like, well, I'm really competitive, but I also, like, if I see something, I'm always asking, like, well, can I do it? Oh yeah, I can do it. And then, so it was a challenge. So, you know, like I'm so grateful and thankful for Vanessa in my life. She was a colleague already. We met because she needed chickens and she came and bought chickens. And we were exchanging eggs and stuff at school. And she was making soap with the kids at school in her class, and I was really into like making my own soap too. So we connected on that level. And then she offered me Tupperware, and I don't know if I'll ever say thanks enough to her for doing that. She changed my whole life. She completely changed my life. I never would have went, like, get informed about Tupperware. I had no idea this was that amazing. And Vanessa offered it to me. She could have said, you know what, she's too busy. You know what, I see what Mel does, probably doesn't have time, probably doesn't need the money. You know, I'm not going to, but no, she didn't. She asked me, can you come in my group? Would you like an account? And then when I asked her questions, she answered them. And I'll never thank Vanessa enough for what she offered me. She has no idea how much she changed my life. I mean, now I get to be home. I mean, I'm 42. I keep saying I'm retired. I'm not going to go back to teaching. Like, my decision is made. I am not going back to teaching. I'm going to do this for a living. I get to be on the farm. I get to go get my kids if I want to at lunchtime. If they need parents to volunteer at school, I could never do that for 18 years because I was always already at school with my students. Now I can. This morning I went with Bria. We took pictures by the bus at the end of our driveway. I could never do that. I've missed every single first day of school ever since my kids were in school because I was at school with my students. So it was amazing for other people's kids because I'm a great teacher. But I never got to do it for my own children. And this morning we were taking pictures and so Vanessa did this for me. She asked me if I wanted to join, and I said yes to her, and it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I keep telling her thank you every time I talk to her. We don't know how much this can change someone's life, and I wasn't someone that you would typically approach, and she did, and I needed it, and I didn't even know it.
I love it. I love it, Melanie. Melanie, you're such an inspirational person. And I just want to say to anybody out there that you're thinking about joining a multi-level marketing business. There's one thing I want to always tell people. A multi-level marketing business is a personal development program with a paycheck. Like, seriously, that's what it is. And like, I'm going to preach for my church. I call it for my Tupperware. But honestly, there's all great multi-level marketings. That's what they do to people. They build confidence, and those that have confidence already, like yourself, Melanie, we just bring it to the table so you can empower other men and women to become the best version of themselves. And I mean, if I were to start Tupperware again today, I definitely would want to be part of your team. That energy, that drive, The word in French, c'est bonté. You have this goodness about you. You know, like I would say, when you meet a saint has this aura around them. This, when I see you, this is what I see. I see like this beautiful white light. If I can put it in an image that I see when I see you. I love you so much, Melanie. Love you so much. And I'm blessed that you're part of our organization. Such a blessing. Wow. Okay, guys, if you want to hear the complete story tonight, join Monique Stratton. She's giving the English guest event tonight. You're welcome to watch it incognito, live on Bureau Tupperware Les Diamants, or send a messenger message to Melanie and she'll invite you with the Zoom so you can be part of the parade, I call it. One last word you would like to tell your audience before we do the draws for the comments and the draw for the sharing. One last word you would like to tell them. What would it be?
You know what? Today I was asking my team that. I'm someone that, like, I ask my team, like Maria might ask me, like, to talk to people and stuff. What should I say? And, you know, Tupperware and Les Diamants especially, I have a lot of people lately on my team that have told me that we're so welcoming. We're such a great community. You know, no one on my team says they're selling Tupperware. Les Diamants is such a rich environment for everyone to thrive and everyone to learn and everyone to grow. No one, I've been here for a year and they were all sitting there going, we're not selling Tupperware. Like, this is what Les Diamants do for us. And I think, I mean, if you're not already part of it, come get on the train. And if you are, I mean, it's just amazing. I hope you're having fun and I hope you're learning and you're growing every day, just like we are, just like my whole team is. Thank you, Maria, for being there. It's amazing.
I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Marie-Pierre, another phenomenal inner circle tonight. She's going to announce to us our winners. Marie-Pierre, isn't she incredible?
Yeah.
You know, me and Marie-Pierre, we get to meet all these incredible leaders at Les Diamants. Everyone brings their specialty to the table, and that's what makes us strong, Melanie. This is what makes us strong. Thank you once again. And who are our winners, Marie-Pierre?
Yes, our winner for the share, it's Martine Lesra. And for the comments, it's Karel Joel. So congratulations, you win $100 of Tupperware at 60% off. So if you are at more than 50 kilometers from the studio at Anjou, you can come to the studio, but you can ask it to be delivered at your house. So you can write an email. I will write it in the comments, so you can just click and send an email to claim your prize.
Thank you. And by the way, just for everybody watching, yes, Monique is coming down from Ottawa to Montreal tomorrow. I'm so excited. I got to see my Anglo family. Congratulations, Melanie. Keep shining and showing the way for others. Nelson Mandela said in one of his speeches, never dim your light so somebody else's light can shine more. Shine your light the brightest ever so you elevate everyone next to you. And that's what you're doing. Keep shining that light. And the magic word tonight, my friends, don't do drama. Don't do drama. Walk away. Go take a walk. Walk away. Walk away. Don't do drama. So you can have a happy life. I love you guys. Good evening and join us on Bureau Tupperware Les Diamants. Bye-bye, everyone.